What is up, guys? It's been a minute since I've been up at the barn. We have been running around like crazy. Went to the swap meet on Sunday. That kicked my ass. Still haven't gone through and unloaded stuff from the trailer. I unloaded the truck at least and kind of moved some of the stuff. Found some more parts that I don't remember buying. I don't know if Dottie bought those. She might have, but good time. It's huge turnout for what it's been lately, which is great. But we're not here to talk about wall necks. If you want, go back one video. If I can figure out how to put links and things, maybe it'll go here, there. That probably won't happen. But I want to go over this right now because everything is set up. I didn't film cutting the hose and remaking this. There's a video on this on the blast pot setup when I got that yellow hose. Handful of videos back, but all of the plumbing is done. Everything is functioning and working for right now. I'm going to tweak a couple things on this structure, but we have one air hose run to this pot to seal this off. But if I'm blasting up here, I can run my air feed from here to that compressor or that blast pot as well. So instead of flip-flopping back and forth. Now, the only issue I'm running into in terms of my perfect world scenario of flip-flopping and reusing all the stuff that I've purchased for that is my remote control valve, which is this guy. This is a SCHMIDT or Axiom style for the SCHMIDT Axiom pot. My other one, which I'm not going to walk back there for, is for a CLEMCO style. Two different style controls. This has a push button on the side. Push that in, pull it down. The other one has a flip up on the inside that you pull back and then push down. That, but the bigger concern that I have is the controls themselves. A SCHMIDT brand or Axiom brand run, it's 3/16 airline that runs both ways, the red and the black over there, red and black over here. 3/16 line runs to different style fittings. So on a CLEMCO style pot, sorry, I got a bag here. I've been running around the hardware stores trying to piece all this together. A CLEMCO style pot runs a flared 3/16 fitting, I think. Maybe 1/4 inch, but it's a flare fitting. A SCHMIDT style pot runs a 2 size. On a CLEMCO, both black and red, the colors don't matter, they just need to go. It's an air circuit, so basically it runs air through, air bleeds through. I'm talking CLEMCO, I haven't run a SCHMIDT, so I'll learn this real quick. But it directs air with a bypass on a CLEMCO where it actually vents out of a tiny hole on the valve. When you pull the trigger, a rubber seal closes it, and when that closes, it diverts air back to the valve that pops up on the pressure pot down there. Now, I only have one 55-foot section of twin line for that. You can order, when you order twin lines, it's CLEMCO style or SCHMIDT style. I can order a SCHMIDT style, but they're, I don't know, 100, 200 bucks, somewhere in between there, depending on length. But 100 to 150, I think it's about 150 bucks or so, maybe 160 with shipping, whatever else. I can order that, but that's a good chunk of change. I'm also trying not to have to do that because I want to swap over a air pneumatic remote where you press the button to an electric. It's been in the back of my head forever. I just, also not cheap to convert that. I need a couple solenoid boxes and then some wiring, and then that'll get clipped to a 12-volt source. So it actually has a charge on it, which basically just actuates a solenoid that replaces, your air feed going in is going to be the same, but it replaces, instead of having an air trigger that sends an air signal to the trigger and back to the pot to turn it on, you bypass that, your air feed comes in, and when you pull the trigger on the electronic, it kicks over a solenoid valve that opens the airflow at the pot, as opposed to having, so basically you're going to run like a long extension cord down the length of the hose instead of having this double twin line setup. But it doesn't have any air loss from the compressor, which would give me more CFMs to use for blasting. It's also a little bit quieter. The CLEMCO especially, I haven't run the SCHMIDT yet, so I can't tell you what that sounds like, but having an air bleed off on the end of the gun whenever there's air pressurized, it's a little loud. Anyways, the CLEMCO style hose uses this style female fitting that I need to get onto this pot. However, my old setup was kind of cut down, so you got your little swivels on the end. So it's 1/8 inch here, 1/4 inch there, but swivel, swivel. I hit the parts store today, so we're gonna separate all of these and put this style end back into both of these, and then I can hook up that twin line. Instead of having to buy a new one, I can run that back and forth. Not perfect, but it's way cheaper. I have $8 invested total on converting this to try and make it work with that setup versus buy a hose where it's quick and easy for 155, 160 bucks. Save money on those little bits, especially knowing that I'm trying to replace all of these anyway. So that's kind of where we're at. Let me get set up, grab some tools, and then we'll pop these fittings off and I'll show you what I'm talking about, and hopefully it'll work. What wrenches I need here. I grabbed a couple, but I might be off on sizes here. I got 9/16 here. Of course it's a swivel, so I need a bigger one. My bad, guesstimated wrong. Bigger than a 5/8. 11/16 maybe. Grab 2, that and a 3/4. Go from there. And hopefully the fittings I got will actually fit proper. I kind of guesstimated at 6 this morning, 6:15 this morning. Let's go 11/16, 9/16 on the big one. I'll come back to the small one. I didn't grab small wrenches yet. All right, 11/16 it is. All right, so this is our small 1/8 inch side. This is our 1/4 inch side. And if we get lucky, come on. I also really need to come up with a lid situation for this pot itself. My CLEMCO, I do have a cover, but this is bigger than the cover that I have for the SCHMIDT style. That's an 18-inch one. And I priced one online today, and they want almost $150 for a steel lid. Granted, they sell them as being powder coated and all this other stuff, 150 bucks, but I cannot pay that on principle. So go through our bag of fittings over here. Sorry, I'm doing this off camera, but you're not missing much. This should be what we need. Quick little brass adapter. So there's our 1/4 inch side. I'm not doing any pipe thread or anything on any of this just because I don't know if these are, what do you bet this is? I was gonna say, what do you bet? It's the wrong size wrench. Go figure. Think they're standard or you think they're metric? Metrics. Cool. Let me grab some more tools. Let me get some small stuff too. This should be 7/16 there. I think this will actually work. I thought this was going to be a little bit more elaborate. It's literally a 2 fitting swap based on my rough visual. Let me grab some more wrenches. Somebody explain why they don't give you a 15 mil wrench. I just snugged this down, sorry. Off camera, you don't have to watch me turn one. But I got a bunch of cheapo toolkits. Cheap, like not good quality wrenches. 13, 14, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17. 15 and 16 are a thing. I don't get it. Or on the Harbor Freight box, they skip a 15 mil. Don't understand. Why would they do that? And I forgot my 7/16 for this one. Seriously, you're gonna be metric too? Oh, not a 7/16. You know what size that is? Looks like an adjustable. I don't like having to use metric tools. Not set up for that. The outer two are swivels, but we're gonna do a test fit before, if I need to pull this apart and pipe thread them, we can. But, and I spent like 20 minutes at the parts store today going through trying to find the right size fittings and everything else, building up a weird contraption of reducers and all this other stuff. And then right when I was about to quit and give up, I looked up and I found both of these sitting in the same spot, like next to each other. Absolutely ridiculous. So much time wasted staring at a wall of miscellaneous hardware and fittings. there we go. That should be good. So now we have our 2 airline feeds in here, which should thread up to this. So that's really the final test. Let's just pull this over. I should have enough to get there. I don't care about the other DEADMAN side yet. That we can address later. Whew, almost dropped you. But now we have 2 sizes on each side. I don't see this being an issue at all. But this can bolt up to the new DEADMAN. I've been running the CLEMCO one. I've kind of gotten accustomed to it, but this actually looks a little bit less stressful on your hands trying to get it open and close. Just push the side, lock this down. Whereas the other one, the pivot point is a little bit farther back on that, and I think this might be a little bit more effective. So I gotta put one fitting back in here that I took out so I can make sure I get the right size threads. When you get into the brass stuff, you know, you got your flare at 45 degrees. I think it's actually a different pitch. In all honesty, I don't think these are the right fittings, but I think it should work. You got those. Then you get your pipe threads, and then your MIP, FIPs. So just a lot of mix and match grab bag stuff going on. That should work on that end. And then we need to duplicate those 2 fittings on this end. So we'll take a look at that next. Let me adjust one more. Do I just take that valve off? That'd be easier, huh? I like having the hose. Might give me a better spot to grab some leverage. So we're gonna take those 2 exact fittings that we put on there. I got this one here and this one here. Swap these out onto that valve. And then hopefully we should be good. Let's find out. Start with the bigger one first. With the wrench that I don't have. What a pain in the ass. Stupid metrics. Ugh. Oh, you know what? Do I have this one? Yeah, that's a 9/16. Now the only other issue with this, no, that's a 15 mil as well. The original one was a 9/16. Basic hand tools. How am I slacking on basic hand tools? It's not even the expensive, because I work on Harleys and I don't need metric tools except a 10 mil for a battery post on occasion. All right, so that one's back in. Let's pop this fitting out. I'm just gonna separate this back one. Also a metric. Let me find a 10 mil. Or an 11. One of those stupid things. 11 mil. Not cool. Also, this is going to be way more difficult to get off since the hose is still attached. So let me see if I got one for that. Seeing as though we have pretty much every wrench I own out here now. Unless this is the same flare, then I wouldn't have to change it. Nope. Why would I be that lucky? Okay, let's swap this guy out. At least get loose enough. This is why I didn't use this pot the other day when I had everything set up for the first time and plumbed. I wanted to do all of this, but it's a little more work than I anticipated, and I definitely did not have all the fittings that I needed. So 1/8 inch pipe thread. All of this for free. Watch me figure out how to make stuff work and not have the right tools to do it. then turn a hand wrench over and over and over again. All right, there's our new fittings. Now I just got to make sure I keep them straight on this setup, unfortunately. So whichever ones we'll have to do, we got a red on this side, which we'll have to double check on there. Make sure they go to the same ones. I don't know exactly how that system fully works, but basically on this one, on a CLEMCO style, here, we have an inlet valve and an outlet valve, two separate systems with a crossover line in between. On a SCHMIDT, your exhaust is this. So this is a dump, and there's a plunger solenoid spring-loaded in here. When you hook up air to this, it sends air through here, into the separator, up to the valve, and it should bleed off some sort of air, I would assume. But when you pull the trigger on that, it closes the circuit and it pushes the spring-loaded plunger this way. So there's like a little wedge shape in here that slams out this way and pinches off this hose. When it pinches the hose off, it seals up this pot. So this is our exhaust, but when you pinch or pull the trigger, a piston shoots over this way, blocks off this hose, and diverts air, since this is now blocked, up here, which goes to our pop-up valve there. I wish I was more well-versed in how all of those work. It's honestly a really simple system, but I'm not going to walk you through every detail. That's essentially where we're at. So now all I got to do is figure out which airline is going to go to which. I don't know if it's going to matter as much on this setup. I know on a CLEMCO, it doesn't matter which one goes to where. It's just got to be a sealed, closed system. So that is going to be it for now. I'm not going to disconnect. I got to cut a bunch of zip ties and everything on the other one, and then take the air feeds off of the other DEADMAN, swap those over. But I'm running out of time, so that'll be sometime this weekend. I do have to fire this up because we got a bunch of bigger powder-coated stuff that I got to get blasted. Happy Easter if you celebrate it. That's this weekend as well, so we'll catch you in a couple days.